What's going on, everybody? Down South 77 here again, and this is 3 Star Draw, an adult collector channel where we talk about G.I. Joe, primarily G.I. Joe Classified, and every now and then we're going to talk about some other stuff that catches my fancy that I'll pick up and like to show off for you guys. Feels like it's been a minute since I've done a G.I. Joe video. I've been picking up Mythic Legions and He-Mans and Voltrons and all kind of other stuff, and it's gonna feel good to get back and open up something G.I. Joe. So we're gonna open up this one right here. We're gonna look at number 119, the Cobra Ferret and the Scout Ferret Driver. It has been here for the proper curing period because it's been sitting on this table for over a week. I got it last Thursday, which was the day before we left for Joe Fest, and I was trying to pack, and I really wanted to open it and review it, and I didn't have time. I really wanted to take it to Joe Fest. Honestly, I was going to take it with me and kind of play with it in the room while we were up there, and there's probably some people down there that hadn't seen it. Matter of fact, I know there was because I talked to a bunch of them. And this thing, I saw one at Joe Fest. There might have been more there, but this was the only one I saw it on Friday, and I got in there a little bit late on Friday. I got down there late, and there was only 2 hours, but I was trying to do a quick walkthrough, and I saw one table that had a ferret, and they had it marked at $100. That was the only one I saw the whole time I was there. And then later, I talked to somebody that talked to somebody else that bought that ferret and said they got it for 90. So, like most people, I wish I'd have bought more than one of these things. These vehicles, this vehicle situation with Hasbro is going to be extremely weird. I'm curious to see what the Stinger is going to be like since it is multiple vendors that will be selling the Stinger. So I'm curious to see what the demand is for it since there's got to be more of them made. It's still available for order if you know where to look. Last I checked, I think Entertainment Earth still had them. Anyway, so Ferret, I've been looking forward to this thing. I had it as a kid. I only had one as a kid, and Tomax and Zaymot usually rode. One drove while the other one sat on the back and shot or whatever. Army building was not a thing when I was a kid. I didn't even know what that concept was. I generally had one of each figure, and unless I got one for like a birthday or Christmas or something, I rocked one of each figure and used my imagination for the rest of them. I'm sure a lot of people did the same thing. And as an adult collecting these things, I'm still kind of in that mentality a little bit. Although I'm trying to army build stuff, it's hard for me to order more than one of things other than, like bats. I've got a set number of bats I buy. I try to get two of all the troopers. So I only ordered I only ordered one of these, and I wish I had another one because they're really hard to get. I hope we see another run of them, but who knows? I'm not going to pay $90 for another one. So I really hope I can get hold of another one. Anyway, forgive the disarray back here. I've still got stuff setting out from videos and streams and stuff from Joe Fest. But let's go ahead and take a look at this because I've been really wanting to get it open and check it out, especially that Scout, the driver. So let's go ahead and we're going to do that right now. Well, you may be thinking, well, that setup looks awful weird for a G.I. Joe review. And I agree, it does. If you follow my Instagram, you will recognize this as being in my last set of pictures I did with Voltron and Bastet from Figure Obscura. I have not had a chance to take this down yet, so here we are. But we're not here to talk about that. Just a little shameless self-promotion plug there for Instagram. So go ahead and check out. Love the artwork. Hate that generic crap there. But with something like this, we can forgive it a little bit because it's got enough other stuff on here. Got the Cobra up here with the the gloss like that. I really like how they do that. Just take a look at the back of the box here real quick. And as far as I know, that QR code still goes to absolutely nowhere. Last I scanned one, you would think by now they would be taking advantage of that, but they absolutely refuse for some reason. So, oh, there goes the mic. So the driver, and I'll get some more light on here. Go ahead and start opening this bad boy up. So that is how you get the tires out the easy way if you have a pair of snips. Did not realize there were so many of these evil little plastic ties on here. Yeah, those things are just the worst. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Usually I like to look at the driver, but let's go ahead and you stay. We'll go ahead and put this thing together. So tires actually are directional on this. You can see that they actually are directional on the Ferret, whereas we were just told they were directional on the Vamp. Pop right on there, match those up. Nice little poppy pop there. Not my cousin pop, just a pop. I'm sure probably some people out there are pops. So got it halfway assembled there. Working suspension. Do like that. Does it have it in the back? I haven't watched any reviews on this yet because I've been waiting to get mine, and I actually got mine relatively quickly. That little cannon tilts. Go ahead and get the rest of the stuff out. Oh man, crinkly paper. I thought we were done with crinkly paper. Hang on, I gotta mute it. Alright, I really dislike the sound of that, and I don't like subjecting you guys to it either. So see if we can figure out where all this stuff goes. I think I know where those go. Not quite as much of a pop on with those as I was expecting. How does this go on here? Surely this goes on the front. Yeah, I don't know. Look at all this stuff. Because I really did not look at where all of it actually goes. I just kind of was excited to open it up. Had to actually reposition the box so I could see it. So looks like this goes on through here. All right, so this definitely goes in here. The skid plate. Aha. There we go. I was trying to figure out how that all went together. Like I said, hadn't watched any reviews on it yet. I wish this had a working winch. I think they could have got a working winch in here. They've already got it tooled for the Vamp, and I did not do a size comparison because I didn't really think about it. But it seems like they could have thrown a working winch in there. I feel it's just me. So this thing over here, so instead of dog bones, we've got this. And I guess it comes with two, so you can put the missile on whichever side. I know on the box art it is positioned this way. Man, those don't, I don't like that they don't go in completely flush. Yep, that's the only way they go. I'm thinking this probably on top, because it has more detail on it, right? I'm thinking that's got to be the top. Okay, they do go in, so that one, I got this one in the wrong way. Maybe I can get this out of here without breaking it, and we'll flip it over. There we go. So they do go in. You just got to keep your hand steady and push them in a little bit tighter. So there are two missiles. One of them was hiding from me. These are multi-directional missiles, and thank you for making them actually all fit in here, unlike the trouble bubble, where you pull the dog bone, or you pull the missile and the whole dog bone goes off. Missile's a little floppy there. I guess maybe that's so it makes sure that it misses the tires when you launch it. So but I am just happy that it seems to fit on there very nicely, because the whole thing with the trouble bubble, with the missiles on the trouble bubble, man, that's just absolutely terrible the way that they fit on there. So where is this? Okay, so it just clips on. I was thinking this pegged on there, but that's, so it goes on. Cannon goes on the back, and as we know, you can remove this cannon and have them hold it a la Predator. So you can put it on. Looks like it's, I can't tell in the picture if it's on the first one. Looks like it's probably on this one, but you know, do whatever you want. So it misses the handlebars. Probably would actually work better on the back one and sit further back, I would think. So it does pivot. It's got the little claw arm there. You're scared of the claw. Not much to this cannon. It leaves stuff to be desired, I think. Let's see if we can get it. We can get it down there on there pretty flush. It does fit relatively tight. I mean, you know, enough for what you want out of it. So just first impression looking at the Ferret, I think it looks good. Got some detail on the engine. Looks paint apps there. You can see some nice sculpting. Looks like a 4-wheeler engine. So got plating there. That looks like it's supposed to be rivets, like where you would take that panel off. Let's see if the other side has it. Other side does have it, and has the Cobra XP 1000. So this is a 1000 cc 4-wheeler. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's an ATV. It's a 4-wheeler. And when this thing come out, would the Ferret come out in what, 85, right? 84, 85. I think it was 85, because that's when the twins come out and they used it. 4-wheelers were all the rage back then. I never had one, but I grew up riding them. I had friends that did. And if you've ridden a 4-wheeler, 1000 cc's on a 4-wheeler, this thing will probably do, even with the weight, this thing will probably do 120 miles an hour all day. It is 4-wheel drive, so that might lower it, but this thing will absolutely haul ass. So I do like the Cobra, same type of Cobra that is on the Hiss. I absolutely love that, and I hope they continue that on any Cobra vehicles we might see going forward. Did not pay attention to see if the Stinger has it. I hope it's on there somewhere, but the Stinger is also supposed to be all blacked out. So we got missile launch information before operating this vehicle's advanced weapon system. Be sure to pledge loyalty to Cobra. Refer to HUD display for launching instructions. That's so cool. Before you can drive it, you have to pledge your loyalty to Cobra. So we got a little sticker there. Looks like it's got a readout on it. Don't know what all that stuff is. Four-wheeler I had didn't have that on there. So it actually says it. I just noticed that. So it has the Semper Fidelis Serpents, always faithful serpents, and actually says that it is an ATV. Fan-freaking-tastic. I don't know what Coupe 7 is. If you know in the comments, let me know, because I don't know what that is. So no step, and anytime we've ever seen something like that on a four-wheeler, we've stepped on it anyway. A secure cover back here. That'd be cool if that come off and there was a little compartment there for maybe the scouts extra gear or whatever. Put the helmet in there. So we have some red paint apps back here for the tail light. I do like these on the exhaust pipes. It's got the cut exhaust pipes. Caution exhaust on both sides. I bet this thing is loud as shit too. It would have to be. Dualed out / shorty exhaust on 1,000cc four-wheeler. I hope this figure has some sort of noise canceling in her helmet. If not, she's going to be pledging loyalty to a audiologist. We got the little rack here where you can probably stick some gear in there. I like it. Like most other people I've seen talk about it, I wish we had some knobbies for it. I do like the Cobra ATV, and it's got a part number for the tire on there. Or maybe that's the size. I don't think it would have 23-inch tires. P.NR-23. I don't know. Maybe they're Michael Jordan fans. Shout out to Shark Eyes. Little cannons on the front. They got some little bitty tiny holes in there. I don't think we've got any blast effect ports that small, and same for this one. I'll have to mess around with that. I haven't seen any pictures or anything with blast effects on it, but I haven't really been looking either. So, what do you guys? Did you guys get it? What do you think about it? I like it. So, Ferret, rate the Ferret just on my scale. I got to go with a 4.25 yeehaws, and I really got to pull a Wild Bill sound effect. I'm only knocking off on it because this gun is kind of flimsy. This whole thing, like, if they had to put some paint apps on this red plastic on this gun, and I know the original was red plastic, but it sticks out like a sore thumb. At least it matches with everything else. But I'd have liked to seen this vented guard here for the barrel for the heat shield. Throw some black on there on those slots. Just throw a little bit of black on there. Make the handle black. Something barrel tip, silver something. So 4.25. I haven't put a figure on it yet. So let's get her out. I'm gonna mute you again real quickly. Alrighty, so I've really been looking forward to this figure. I love the female figures. The Valkyries are some of my favorite figures in the line so far, and this is based off of Valkyrie. I'm going to grab one of them in just a minute. So let's see how she moves. I've got 2 sets of Valkyries open on my shelf, and both of them move really well. I don't have any trouble with any any parts with the Valkyrie. Got the pinless double elbow, so you'll be able to do some good pictures with this. I've seen a few, but I mean, it just don't get any better than that. At least not in a classified for arms. And they move really nicely. Nothing's jacked up. Nothing's too stiff. Ankles feel good. And I want to look at the chest plate, this motocross chest plate that she has, because this is an all new chest piece. I love it. She got the armored up chest guard because she is riding an ATV. I don't like this, and you guys see this is not wanting to stay up. I don't have this problem with the Valkyrie figure. I mean, it's fallen a couple times, but it's not chronic or anything. So she's got the little shorty pistols. These are probably like little subcompact 9s. I don't know, maybe 380s or something along those lines. I do like that they give her 2 of them. You know, you guys know me. You know I like my dual-wielded pistols. I like my akimbo pistols. I don't mind these little tiny pistols, and they look good for this figure because she's going to be traveling light. I do wish that they give her same thing I say they should give every Cobra troop, and that is the SMG from the cartoon. That needs to be mandatory for a Cobra figure if you do not have a code name. If you're just part of a squadron, you should come with that weapon. See if I can pop this in that nice little modular holster. Have one of those for one of my subcompact 9mm. Except you can't see mine when it's on. So let's check the helmet out. Helmet is rather gummy, which it should be. It needs to be. Looks like it's pretty solid there. It flex. I love this helmet. I love that they give it teeth. And this actually, if you've ever seen the skull of a snake from the top, you've seen that before. Let's see how it fits on her. Get that down. It's really flexible, so actually getting it all the way on her's. So what do you guys think? I think it looks really good. I was really hoping that I would be impressed with this figure. And so far I am. She moves really nicely. No loose joints. No joints that are too tight. I think it definitely conveys the message. She's a motocross, ATV rider. Gauntlets have the white, because the white kind of looks out of place on the figure with the rest of it being gray and blue, but there's just enough accents in white to really set it off like it's Queen Latifah in that movie where she went buck wild at the end of it. I like this figure. Good looking figure. Now, one thing I have seen, like I said, I hadn't watched reviews, but I've seen enough posts, people saying that she does not fit with her butt in the seat on the ATV. I've seen that said many times, and she really don't, does she? But you know what? If you actually use the articulation, she sits on it just fine. You're not going to ride this thing kick back like you're on the couch. You're going to ride this thing facing forward a little bit. Now, let's see. Take that trigger finger off the brake. This is Cobra. We don't use brakes in Cobra. So you are going to ride this thing kind of like you ride a motorcycle. You got her sitting forward a little bit. And you can even get some more bend out of those knees. Can't put her back very far on it. Let's see here, because I've been curious about this when I've seen people say that she really doesn't fit in the seat well. So let's see. She holds the handlebars good, which is nice. I wish they'd have put a little foot peg out here for her. She's just cruising, but you're not gonna do a whole lot of just everyday cruising on a 1000cc assault quad. Fits on there pretty good. I wish the handlebars had if the handlebars had a set a little further back, maybe cut off that much of the seat and push the handlebars back a little bit, she would fit on it much better. But you also got to think that this is a really a two-seater. So this she sets forward because these things can hold two people, supposedly. Let's find out. So, went and got one of my Valks off the shelf, and just because I know it's probably going to piss somebody off, I grabbed the one with the tan web gear. Because I'm like that. So let's see if we can get another one on there. So she's going to have to go real far forward to get two on there. But it is doable. Guys ever seen Requiem for a Dream? Alright, so enough of that. I'm not here for that. So it's going to be kind of difficult to get two on there, but I really think spending the time and moving them around and posing them. Now they are going to be back to back, and she is going to set far forward. They're not going to be real comfortable, but if one of them's driving, trying to speed the other one away, you can get two on there. Let's see if we can get her. Yeah, so if you do that and you throw her legs up on the rack, on the back rack, the Scout is setting really far forward. But if you do it that way, you got plenty of room to put one on there. So you could put her on there and have her, it's like she just picked her up out of a hot fire zone or something, and she's getting her out of there. And you could probably put just about anybody on there as long as they've got enough travel in the hips if you set them like this. But if you're wanting to set them setting in the seat, oh come on, oh I grabbed the one figure that's got the really stiff knee. 4 of these on the shelf, but only 2 tan ones, and I made it a point to grab a tan one. So you can bend them, but they are going to be back to back doing that. So it's going to be real hard to steer, but I mean, we're talking about toys here. So it's doable. You can get them on there. They're just not going to be real comfortable. And let's see if we do it that way and kick her feet out where they're sitting close facing forward. Now they fit on there like that. They fit on there good, and she's probably going to be holding the driver's hips, unless she's firing or something. Yeah, that works. You ride a motorcycle, that's what you do if you're a passenger, unless you got a big old couch bike, which I did have at one point. Yeah, you can get 2 on there. I think that looks pretty good. A little time doing some pre-posing with the ankles and the knees. You get 2 figures on there without it looking without it looking like trash. What do y'all think? Did y'all put 2 on your Ferret? You'll be able to get Tomax and Zaymod on there too. They're kind of slender figures for male figures, so you'd be able to get them on there all day. That's really why I wish I bought 2 of these. That's what a lot of people did, is one for Tomax and one for Examot. So if they come back up, I've been checking. I've been trying to catch another one. Sorry, I'm worried about getting all her gear back on for the shelf. She doesn't go over here. So Ferret and the Ferret Scout. I like it. I love this figure. I am also, actually, I'm going to give her a 4.5. I don't really know what else they could have done with this figure other than give her the cartoon SMG, because there's no flaws that I can see in the figure. All the paint looks good. This all day long, this helmet, give me more of this, Hasbro. Take my money. This is a good set. Would I pay $90 for it? No, I wouldn't pay $90 for it, but I would probably, if the resale on these things in the secondary market, if we don't see them show back up, honestly, to have another one, I'd probably pay $70 for it to get another one, maybe $75. I don't think I could go any higher than that. I don't like picking up stuff too much more than I have to, and especially at the point now that Hasbro knows the demand and they know what they can do with these vehicles. So as a set overall, I'm giving this 4.5 yeehaws. So we got 4.25 on the Ferret, 4.5 on her. Overall, 4.5 yeehaws for this. Did you guys pick it up? Or are you able to get a hold of it? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the video, what you think of the whole ride. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in and checking it out. Hit that like, that subscribe, that share, them ding 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 bells and all the whistles and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all next time on 1, 2, 3 star draw. Hail Cobra!